Tell me about the time when you realized that the bar is super low for men.
So I went to the doctor with my partner, who is a man, because he couldn't hear out of his left ear. And it turns out that he had so much wax buildup that it was causing him to not be able to hear correctly. And the doctor turns to me, and yes, he was a man, turns to me and chastises me and says, "How did you not notice that your boyfriend's ears were so clogged that he couldn't even hear you correctly?" So my partner, who is a fully grown man, is not going to get a lecture about hygiene, but I'm going to get a lecture about how I need to pay closer attention to how he hears? That was just one of the times that I realized that women are constantly expected to mother their boyfriends, and fully grown men are seen as toddlers who can't take care of themselves.
Isn't it just absolutely crazy how these people are able to victimize themselves under any circumstance? Right? Like, she has to be the victim in this situation so that she's like, you see, in no way is she a victim here, guys. It's like the doctor was just saying that, hey, how did you not notice that he wasn't hearing you? But of course she has to turn it around and make it about herself and how the bar is so low for men. Let me tell you this, gentlemen. The bar is very damn high for men. You want to get into a relationship, you want to have a girlfriend or something like that. Most guys walking around today cannot get a girlfriend or anything like that. Right? These girls are walking around and they have entitlement because the amount of guys blowing their phone up, these girls who are quite frankly useless, the amount of guys who are blowing their phone up is ridiculous. And they think that they're actually worthy of something, or they think they're actually fantastic people. And so if you want to get into a relationship with them, they've got all these standards, guys. You got to be 6 foot, you got to make the 6 figures, just to get with them. And then after that, they feel as though they have the right to just victimize themselves at any given opportunity. Despite the fact that, guys, I'm really quite exhausted at the moment. Just got back home kind of deal. But I can't put it any simpler than nobody gives a crap, man. Like, I understand that's not the best, most intellectual point, guys, but if you watch videos like this, guys, really the conclusion that you come to is like, who the hell asked you? You know what I mean? But anyway, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video. And on today's show, guys, we're going to be breaking down a couple of TikToks and looking at a couple of Reddit posts. And I thought I had already recorded videos for today, gentlemen. So please excuse the drowsiness as we get into today's video. But if you're new here, guys, you're liking the videos, make sure you subscribe on your way in. Come and join the Discord, link in the description if you haven't already. And as always, guys, if you would like to support the channel, the link to the Patreon is below the video somewhere, gentlemen. But we're just going to jump right back into the video and kind of break it down together. Actually, we'll look at a different one first, so we'll see what we've got here.
For women, I need you to
Yes, this is... Buckle up, gentlemen. Buckle up.
listen to me. Your love is not unconditional. Don't let people act as if it is. Being a nasty woman means you're kind and compassionate. And it also means you know how to handle disrespect.
Can we just work through, normally I'd let it play through once and then we kind of tackle it together, guys. But let's just leave your comments as we go through these, by the way. But let's just read this together. Being a nasty woman means you're kind and compassionate, and it also means you know how to handle disrespect. These are not subtitles generated by TikTok to say, oh, this is what we think you said. This is something that is written in by her. Okay? Being a nasty woman means you're kind and compassionate. I'm sorry, guys, but I didn't know that, the English language was something that we could just bend just because we felt like it. Why we're out here just changing definitions to suit your BS points that you make is beyond me. We've gotten to the point, guys, where people will just pick up words and they'll go, oh, you know what, I don't feel like it means that, so I'm just going to change the definition. You see, and we're supposed to just roll with this. And the problem with this, okay, you know who really gets screwed by this? The men get screwed by this, okay? Because we actually listen to the words that people say. You'll get people out here joking, oh, men never listen, men don't listen. Men are we look at the words that people say. So what happens when you start messing with the definitions, men just have no idea what the hell is going on. You get guys in relationships and their girls will say stuff to them, and then the guys will follow it to a T, and they'll just get yelled at by their girlfriend or their wife. Words are actually important. I can't believe that I have to make videos, guys, where I have to say that words are important and word choices are important. Because people seem to think that they can throw out any word and it just makes sense depending on how they feel in the moment. Like that kind of crap is people underestimate just how harmful that is to dudes, right? Because you get a lot of young guys in particular out here who listen to this crap thinking the words mean what they mean. These people do not mean what they say, okay?
Don't instigate disrespect. Be kind, love the person, accept the person as your own family. But the moment that they show you that they don't have your best interest, you do not owe them anything.
Let's look at this. The moment they show they don't have your best interests, you do not owe them anything. I'd like to point this out in relationships, okay? This is something that people, contest with me in the comments all the time, and rightly so. But controversial take, gentlemen. Relationships are not something, particularly if you're the guy, right? And I'll try and explain this in a minute. Relationships are not something where you get into as a man and your role is to put the woman first. Women will say, "Oh, I want a guy who puts me first. I want a guy who does this. I want a guy who does that." And you know what happens? The moment you do all of those things, she'll either lose interest or she won't respect you or something to that effect. Like, and this is another example, like back-to-back examples of not using the correct words. Now, this one isn't as bad because obviously she's using, words that are kind of coherent here, but gentlemen, I will say this. If you want to go into relationships and you want to, make the woman's best interest your priority and stuff like that, you're more than welcome to do that. But it's not going to work out very well for you. It's really unfortunate to say because girls will say that they want to be the priority of your life, but the moment you do that, everything is on a far quicker ticking time bomb, shall we say. Okay, and that's really sad to say because you get a lot of guys who grow up with the idea that, oh, well, their job is to put the girl first. Their job is to do that. And then you wait, they get cheated on a couple times or whatever the case may be. And before you know it, guys, they're on this side of the internet and they're like, oh, wait a minute, I screwed up. And it makes them sad too because, like, we as guys, we have no issue treating people well. I'm sure a lot of gentlemen watching this video right now would think to themselves, wow, I'd love to have a girlfriend, or if you have a girlfriend, I'd love to be able to just, shower her with gifts and be, the nicest guy I possibly can to her. But you know that if you choose to do that, things are going to go very poorly for you. Okay?
You get to walk away, you get to give them help, and you get to be rude back.
Yeah, guys, because that's what it's all about. It's all about being vindictive and revengeful and being rude back. Let me say this, if you're in a relationship and it goes poorly, guys, we're not being vindictive and being rude back. There's no rudeness. You know how you punish people who screw up your life and be annoying? You stop talking to them. And you never talk to them again. It's really simple. You just withdraw attention. I've never understood, like, fighting and arguing, particularly in relationships, guys. It's a waste of time. Like, I have better things to be doing. And I hope that you guys have better things to be doing too. It's like you should have hobbies and things that you care about doing. Your time is precious. You can't spend it arguing with people. It's just, I don't get it, man.
No one is entitled to your love. Be their best friend, drop everything to help them, be there for them when they're in pain. But the moment that they prove that they are not worthy of your trust, let alone your love, anything is fair game.
Yeah, anything is fair game. And her definition of you not being worthy of her love, that could mean any number of things. But let me tell you this, if most girls, when they're in relationships, they are not necessarily drawn to positive things. They're drawn to guys who will, quote unquote, disrespect them because they can afford to do it. They don't want the guy they do not want the guy who cannot cross that line. Because why the hell would they respect him? Because he's going to stay no matter what. So they will actively choose the guys who disrespect them, quote unquote, because they want the guy that has options. They want the guy that's in the top 10%. Okay, so what they're going to do is they're going to chase after that guy, and then they're just going to use that exact same excuse, to justify doing something terrible to him afterwards anyway, whenever they find a guy that's better than him that they can monkey branch to. You see this? It's all rationalization about helping themselves.
I sometimes strangely have this on my page too. Trolls really be like,
Oh, you really hurt my feelings. You really disrespected me.
then don't be rude to me to begin with. You don't like being blocked? Don't make a mess in my comment section.
No, nobody said that comment at all. Like, guys, this YouTube channel, guys, we get a lot of comments over here, which is really great to see. I like to see you guys share your opinions and your thoughts on crap like this. But, you know, we get a lot of comments, right? We get good ones, we get bad ones. And I don't know, I've never seen a girl come to my video, or a dude for that matter, come to my video and say, you know what, Taylor, I felt disrespected. Like, what? I haven't seen one of those comments. And I'm telling you, we've got a lot of comments over here, guys. I haven't seen one like that at all. Like, you get the feeling when you watch videos like this that a lot of these girls, what they'll do is they'll make up scenarios that never actually happened to try and make themselves look like they were getting some form of attention. And the fact of the matter is that nobody says that crap.
Queens, your kindness is not unconditional. And because you have so much to offer, you get to decide who has access to your life and who does not. You are a blessing. Don't let anybody compromise your value by asking you to let them stay more than they're allowed.
Why is the default of ladies that they're a blessing? Like, why is that you know, I don't come on here and say, you know what, guys, you're all fantastic. It's like, the default isn't that everyone is fantastic. Like, you know, I believe a lot of men that watch my videos are good guys, you know, that care for their family and their friends and stuff like that. But for all I know, we got a couple of crazies over here, right? The default is not just that we're all just angels over here, right? But the assumption seems to be with women that they're just these blessings walking around and they can do no harm or no wrong. And that's just absolutely not the case.
Now go slay. If you're a woman, I need...
Yeah, because, you know, that's what life is about, gentlemen, for these ladies. Slaying, I suppose. But we got one more video here as I attempt to pull it up on the correct tab. Where are we at?
Listen to me. Your love is not unconditional. Don't let people act
Oh,
as if...
stop talking. Okay, we got the next video here. And let's take a look at this one. And it is on single mothers, gentlemen. Our favorite topic over here. You know, because a lot of these girls, they want to say that, oh, single mothers can do it just as well. Or there's nothing wrong with single mothers. Yeah, right. Let's take a look at this video.
Small. If you are raised by a single mom, you are at an immediate disadvantage. A woman cannot teach a boy how to become a man.
Oh no, single mothers raise feminine boys. The child.
In case you missed that, guys, while I was turning up the volume there, basically the man is saying that children who are raised by single mothers, they innately kind of miss out on something. The father in the household is meant to provide something, okay? And the mother typically can, when I say typically, I say will not provide that, okay? You want to grow up without a father or something like that, you're going to be missing a piece. Let me tell you.
Child might learn compassion, empathy. He might understand that emotion is human.
He's not saying that, oh my goodness, man. I'm just rubbing my eyes, man. He's not saying that, not having a father in the household, these people get insulted, right? When someone says, hey, it would be way better if a father was in the household. Anyone who disagrees with that is an absolute clown, as far as I'm concerned. Like, children need a stable family unit, a mother and a father, to grow up okay. If you miss a mother or a father, it's not going to be as easy for you. Now, does that automatically make you a bad person? Or someone who's stupid or anything like that? No, it doesn't. All I'm saying is it's going to be a fair bit harder for you, particularly if the dad is gone. Okay, the dad is different to the mother missing. I believe that, guys, there are plenty of studies out there on this. You're welcome to go and look them up on the differences between, you know, being raised by a single mother and being raised by a single father. And let me tell you this: if you wanted your best fighting odds, you would choose the father. Okay. And I mean, that's just not the way things are going at the moment with custody battles, but that's a topic for another video.
The sad thing is that he's equating being feminine to being weak. In the first clip, he's completely trying to correlate suicides with single mother homes, not fatherless homes. But wait, he has something to say on that too.
Don't blame the dads for upping and running away when you were the one who decided to open your legs to him. If he was that bad, what does that say about your cognitive ability to choose an appropriate spouse for yourself?
Facts.
It's our fault, no matter what.
No, it's your fault for a reason. Okay, you want to choose a guy, Chad Tyrone, who will have his fun with you and then not speak to you anymore? That is your fault. That is your fault. Because it's very clear, like, it is very clear when you get with a guy, whether that be for a relationship or anything else, what kind of man he is. Okay, we as men, I've said this on the channel before, and I believe this to be true. I think that women are way more socially savvy than men. I think that they have an upper hand insofar as the, the relations game between one another. Okay, I think that they can read a room far better than us, and they can understand where people are coming from far better than us. You think that you might, let's just say you're into a girl or whatever, and you think you're being slick hitting on her. Like, guys do this thing, right, where a lot of guys will try and hit on a girl without her realizing that she's been hit on. Guys, girls know when you're interested in them, and they know when you don't give a crap. Okay, so what happens is, girls like this will want to get with Chad and Tyrone and be like, oh, I didn't know he was going to leave me, or I didn't know he wasn't, long-term relationship material. They damn well knew. They damn well knew. You've got to give them some kind of excuse, like, oh yeah, how about we go back to mine for, and then you just insert some, oh, how about you just show me this song that we were talking about earlier and come back to mine. They know why they're going to your house. But they want to pretend like, oh yeah, oh, my judgment was just poor. You knew what the guy was all about. You knew he wasn't going to stick around. And let me tell you this, even if it was a guy that was going to stick around, chances are you don't necessarily respect him. And if you want, you can take the kids at a drop of a hat anyway. So again, like, this whole thing about avoiding accountability, man, they just slide right out of the accountability, don't they?
Take the man and throw the whole thing out. Ooh.
Okay, and I'm just going to play that one more time, guys, so we can kind of see the full picture. As I'm going to skip past and mute this part right here. Okay. And let's play it one continuous thing. Guys, be sure to leave your comment on what you think about this particular situation as well.
There's more.
If you are raised by a single mum, you are at an immediate disadvantage. A woman cannot teach a boy how to become a man.
True.
Oh no, single mothers raise feminine boys.
You see how what she's taking away from that is the raising feminine boys is an issue. I don't know if you caught that, gentlemen, but I had to mute the first part, and hopefully YouTube doesn't flag the video for where it said it again. But guys who do not have fathers in the household, I'm going to say this again to kind of drive it home. They do not have a very good time. I'm talking mentally. There are a lot of words I can't really say on YouTube and a lot of things I can't really discuss, gentlemen. But let me tell you this: when we joke about the girls reaching 30 and 40 and going on their certain medications and living with their cats, and we kind of have a laugh about that on this channel, that kind of pales in comparison to the kinds of darkness, shall we say, that a guy without a father in the house will have. And again, I don't say that to be mean, and I don't say that to go, oh, well, you're less of a person because you don't have a dad in your life or anything like that. No, what I'm saying is that guys who go through this crap, the father and the son, by the way, it's a rough experience for them both. Okay, it's not about the kid growing up and being feminine. The kid is literally missing a father figure, literally missing it. So like. It's not about, oh yeah, he might be a bit more emotional than usual or whatever the frick. You're completely missing the point.
The child might learn compassion, empathy. He might understand that emotion is human. The sad thing is that he's equating being feminine to being weak.
And the sad part is that she's just missing the point altogether. And I'm going to kind of let this video play out, guys, because I just want to cover this real quick as well. You know, a lot of these girls, what they'll say is, oh, men are... you see what she's doing is she's correlating men with being emotionless. And the funny part about that is girls will deal with men who are emotionless. They don't want a guy who's blowing up their phone concerned with where they are. They don't want a guy who's blowing up their phone trying to tell them how the guy, you know, your day was as a guy and all this kind of crap. They want you to be emotionless. And, you know, for the 6 female viewers watching my channel right now, they're probably thinking to themselves, like, no, we don't. We want a guy who's loving and compassionate and all this kind of crap. And it's like, words and actions are 2 different things, gentlemen. But we're going to kind of wrap up today's show, guys, and I'm going to pull up a story momentarily to see if I have anything on the screen for us. But let's have a look. Ah, yes, I think this will be a really good one for us to wrap up on. Excuse me. It is titled "Public Displays of Disrespect," which ties into what this lady was talking about here about. Well, I've already forgotten, but listen. So I've had many, like so many crappy relationships, and I've observed others, and I've seen examples of this too. Ah, yeah, okay, so this ties in because, you know, the lady of the video we just watched would like to say that men are, you know, innately kind of emotionless, and women are the ones that teach emotions and stuff like that. You know, sure, right? But what it also indicates is that she's getting into relationships where the men don't give a crap about her. And I find that so funny, guys. Like, I really have no empathy for girls who have relationship problems like that. Because like the man in the video said, you have your choice. You want to date the bad boys? That comes with consequences. Okay? And, you know, as you want to get in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and plus, the men who you treated like crap are going to watch this and laugh to themselves. But let's wrap it up. Why do men feel the need to publicly display just how much they think of their partner? Have you noticed it's always some BS, like inviting their other woman to an event you're at and obviously avoiding you? Or maybe you're not showing up at all and to something super important and making you look like an absolute fool. Or maybe they're not showing up, excuse me. Then have the goddamn audacity to try and tell you you're handling things poorly when you confront them. Then put the weight of the relationship saying crap like, well, it's up to you to continue this relationship, or whatever messed up variation. So now I'm embarrassed, upset, and I now have a big decision to make. Why not just leave? If you don't give a crap about me, just leave. You do not have to make it some sort of public display of how much respect you don't have. People are such trash. What a beautiful way to end off the post here, guys. But this is what I'm talking about, where like girls will just get disrespected and they choose the guys that disrespect them. I just mean, we're gonna wrap it up on this thought here, gentlemen. But let's look at this, okay? So the guy says right here, you're welcome to leave. You can continue. You're welcome to leave at any point. And you know what? She's crying about that because she doesn't want to leave. Very funny. But guys, we're going to leave today's episode there. As always, if you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe on your way out. Leave your thoughts below. Come and join the Discord link in the description if you haven't already. And as always, guys, if you would like to support the show, a fantastic way to do that is through the Patreon. So if you're looking to become a supporter, the link for that is somewhere below the video. But gentlemen, we're going to wrap up today's video there. As always, take care of yourselves, and I will see you boys in the next one. Peace.